Nitro?
No, the pumpkin. We've had
New World
two
Order.
pumpkins in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, we've only done one podcast, so you
This
can tell
is
from my shirts.
my
Yeah.
island.
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
Man, look at you with your wreck everyone to leave shirt.
Yeah,
much
mine is
much,
better.
by the way, much better than show up and win.
Show up and maybe and be okay.
Yeah.
Like it's cool.
Prost.
Prost.
Mm.
I mean, with my Q shirt on, guys. Yeah.
Oh my god. So
Q's.
Let's go.
There's a 5 on the back.
Remember Carl Anthony?
I had this for free.
Then it's clearly the best shirt out of the three.
It is.
I
He
mean-
says paid like premium bucks for it. Over
Actually,
there.
it was
But
like 40
they are
percent
soft
off.
tech. They're not crunch
Oh,
tech.
by the way, guys, before we talk about anything, we did pros, but the Packy One Chip Challenge is back in stock.
You get 'em?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
if
hey, you
want.
guys,
Your turn.
also-
Ready for it.
Real quick, we need to raise our cans to the notorious RBG who passed away, and
Notorious BG.
So
was
far
probably murdered.
She would have down this whole can by herself in one
Dun
second.
dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun.
Definitely.
And we should all be her for Halloween and then protest in the streets.
I'm down for like just having an episode where I'll dress up as RBG.
Yeah,
I'm like,
we should have done that.
It's
Why
probably
did we
not too
coordinate that
expensive.
either?
Yeah, like it's just. I mean, just like you need some doilies and you need like
Yeah,
a robe,
it was really easy.
a black robe.
next week, you're going to get some black robes?
Yeah, so last year we went to a Halloween party, and I actually think we talked about it on the vlog, but this made me think of it. Because this is the racism in this country, and I'm not
Womp
going
womp.
to make a big deal about it, but a white woman dressed bought in the store Native American Pocahontas
Yeah,
costume
bad. Sure.
won over a woman dressed as Notorious RBG. So I was highly
Just use
disappointed.
literally the notorious RBG.
Yeah. She had a fucking crown. It was a dope costume. So.
That makes sense. And Pocahontas won, like a.
Didn't Colonel Sanders also win?
Yes,
The guys
Colonel
won?
Sanders was the man who won. And I think he won
Over
like,
me.
over.
He was dressed like a dope ass pirate.
Yeah. This guy looked good. And my mermaid costume was on fleek. I had real shells. I mean, we're just saying. We know how to Halloween.
Yeah, I was dressed up too, I think.
Yeah, he was flounder.
I was flounder. Oh my god, I wish I would have been awesome costume.
This year, guys, okay?
But it's like, but you inflate the whole thing, so you like keep knocking things over and running into
That
people.
year too, Connor was super into Little Mermaid. He would have loved that costume.
Well,
I'm
you missed the boat.
like, yeah.
But now he's like, will you give me the Green Ninja from Ninjago?
It's like, I want a Nintendo Switch, Dad. My friend, he told me about angels and demons. And did you know that angels are like guys in the sky? And when God comes, the angels help you. And then the demons, I'm like, jeez.
I thought you meant Angels and
fucking
Demons, the
hang
Robert Langdon.
out. He's like, yeah,
Dan
and did you
Rambo?
know that, like,
Yeah.
Robert Langdon, he was fighting...
I was like, what?
Wow.
Where's your friend that went Angels and Demons?
Yeah, he's only 10.
Yeah.
You can't read that.
That's
That's
weird.
like way too
It's weird.
advanced for him.
That's weird.
He wouldn't get any of that.
No, Dad, he watched the movie with Tom Hanks, obviously. I'm like, oh, okay. And Ewan McGregor.
But also, I want a Nintendo Switch.
Weren't you also uncomfortable with Tom Hanks and the young woman in the movie? He's always got younger
Yeah, like,
women.
you think, like,
Yeah.
maybe that's, like, his daughter, but
Yeah.
now it's not. It's, like, his love interest
Yeah.
or something? It's kind of weird.
But it is true. Ewan McGregor was also in that movie, and I was like,
Yeah.
McGregor.
Eat that McGregor.
Wait, he wasn't creepy at all.
Would
Like,
you like-
that's one hot priest right there.
Yummy.
Speaking of velocipastors.
Yeah.
You remember more about Angels and Demons than I do, because I do not remember that movie at all. I read the book, guys. I read the book.
I read the book too.
Me
What
too.
I hate about Dan Brown novels
Everything about them.
is I hate that some of his chapters are a fucking page long. I hate books like that, where it's like, and then I walked in the door, this little
And it
thing
was
happened,
killed.
this other little
Right.
thing happened, and then this one thing happened, and then you turn the page, and it's another chapter. It's like, what the fuck was that
Well,
chapter?
they'll do like the thing, like the guy walked off the plane and then he was killed. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay. And then like in the last chapter, like remember that guy that was killed in that one chapter? He had a nuclear football on
Yeah.
him. You're like, what the fuck?
Who is your mom?
Like okay,
The end.
I guess that's
Yeah.
The
cool.
end.
Whatever.
God,
Okay.
I'm glad we had that character introduced for a page.
Okay. Thanks, Dan Brown. Let's talk about some news, you
Let's talk
guys.
about how you guys doing first. How you doing?
Oh,
Obviously, you have
thanks.
cool shirts.
Hey, so this guy told us how he's working super hard on his house so he can move the fuck out of there and get into a new place, right?
I painted the garage.
Yeah.
with Jamie. Thank you.
Sanded
Jamie.
and painted, like You guys took care of
I
business.
definitely swallowed a lot of lead,
Mm.
paint chips. I got some on my eyes as well.
That's asbestos.
Yeah.
And we had to remove a pipe that was connected to nothing, but stuck in our rafters and was covered with asbestos, according to the appraiser. Cool.
Yeah.
9 years of living in that house.
Fine.
Good times.
Probably no ill side effects.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You
cool.
guys will be fine.
I mean, the kids are already of age enough to not be dead, right? So that's
Do
fine.
you have your will out? All right, is your will done?
Mine, it's not a will, it's a won't. I'm not giving my kids anything. It's
I'm
fine.
being buried with
Yeah.
my riches.
Like and gold. Like and gold. Like burn the whole thing. Burn the ship.
Now shoot the arrow, son. Shoot the arrow.
The only thing I've been teaching Connor how to shoot arrows.
Does he go, Dad, how did I do? And you go, adequate.
Boy. Like, Daddy, but imagine that kid, but he's like, Daddy, like, did you know that when you have a Nintendo Switch, they have the Smash Brothers on it, and then you can play the Mario games too. But also, like, you can play Mario. But you know, Mario, he's like a plumber, and did you know that Mario, he like jumps and he gets a mushroom.
You do a
And did you
great
know-
impression of him, but what you guys need to know is that Connor's actually speaking twice as fast and saying twice as many words, and
Yeah.
sometimes you can't even
Well, see,
understand.
I'm saying it so you can understand.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Also,
not
is your
listening
son
to
Bing?
Yeah.
No, he's definitely big. Like, my son is big.
Now, you mentioned the Switch, but also, did you know that Mario's a
I
plumber?
know. That's what we're doing for the episode. I might include that.
Yeah.
My son is big.
I like that actually.
Let's talk about shit, guys. Come on, let's do this.
Oh, we are good though.
Guys, there might be the
I
first.
think you turn that around. You're like this guy. I'm like, no, you're not.
I'm fine. The first casualty.
You're
guys,
great, man. Reckon
of the
with a lead.
stream, the great streaming wars.
No.
might be coming right now.
No. Who?
Weeby.
No.
Sold.
Not Quibi, the guys that are literally undercutting people that work in stage and theater. Not
Yeah.
those guys.
No.
Quibi, or also known as Quick Bites, which I did not know until
Yeah,
this day.
that's for you. Until I was this year's
I
old.
was like, that makes sense. Supposedly they had Jeffrey Katzenberg put $2 billion of resources into it and like a funding group, and it's not doing so well. So they're trying to look for buyers for it right now.
Yeah,
And
you know
also,
what? Because you're watching a fucking movie for a minute and then you have to like watch like 20 commercials and then next week
No,
come back and watch
exactly.
the next part of the movie.
No. No one wants that.
How does that not suck?
because it's supposed to be like the Vine of movies, maybe.
No.
Like, we got Anna Kendrick. Like, okay, sorry, Anna Kendrick. I guess you should be doing
Maybe it
better
would have
than
worked if it was for children's shows. Little kids. Little kids would have watched 10 minutes of TV. Adults are not going to do that shit.
Having a little kid, no, they won't. If they have that many, if they have like an end to the episode, like they probably do in kid. I've watched Kitty, but I keep saying Kitty. Is it
Kitty?
Kitty? Chibi?
K-Back.
Is it Chibi?
Okay, back.
Chibi, like the little fat little.
Lord
character.
Chibi. I believe it's he's in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
With Lord Goda. Yeah. So the thanks.
Kids won't watch it.
Or Chow.
Yeah. Because my daughter has been watching. It's called Mini's Boutique, and it's a 4-minute episode with like 4 minutes of credits, and she she loves the show, and then she rages out when the credits come on. She's like, no! Like, we have to stop letting her watch this. I mean,
This is also Abby, so I'm hanging out with a grain of salt. She rages out a lot.
so what we did was there's a YouTube thing that basically just sewed all of them together without the credits, and we're like, here, you can watch this because you suck. My sweet little dog.
No, but I feel like kids would be like, okay, if I'm going to watch 5 commercials, then the next thing I'm going to watch is going to be on. So maybe not like little kids, maybe not like 2 or 3-year-olds, but like 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds, they're going to watch 10 minutes of TV, then some commercials, and then some TV.
Connor would do that for
But
sure.
adults are not going to want to sit through that shit. We're like, no, that's not pulling me in enough, thank you.
Boring.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want a whole show to be.
I have an hour of TV to watch uninterrupted, thank you.
And I don't want
Every other place you can binge TV.
Yeah.
I don't want a show to be as long as it would be from when I started to a commercial break in a regular TV show.
Yeah.
But it's not like any other streaming platform too. You're like, oh, I can only watch 10 minutes of this, and then you go away and like, oh, I forgot where I am. It's like, no, just press play and it starts up where you left off.
Exactly.
Like, this would be a great idea if we lived in like 1983 or something.
We just did that with Lovecraft Country, so I mean,
Exactly.
Why would you not just keep watching that?
we had to
Jesus
I had to get the chicken out or something after dinner.
Is
Wait,
that
don't
like
finish it.
like a sex thing?
Get the chicken out?
Yeah.
Like I call my penis the chicken?
Yeah, sure. Well, no. I mean, it's probably got like a little gobbler on it and stuff.
That's a turkey?
Hey, you guys, who did Brie Larson say wanted to join her? She wanted to join her
Jason Mantzoukas.
as Captain Marvel.
Jason Mantzoukas.
What #1 superhero?
Like there's a male Captain Marvel or something?
No, I'm just saying, what number one superhero did Brie Larson
Oh,
say, I want to
the
be?
TikTok man, I'm sorry. That's Jason Mantzoukas' character.
Spectrum?
No. Obviously, Ms. Marvel. And we talked about how there's going to be, the Ms. Marvel show is coming up. Guess what? They loaded it up with a bunch of South Asian directors who are going to be like a really strong, awesome group of South Asian directors along with the British South Asian creator, writer, who are going to make this awesome Ms. Marvel show, you
One of
guys.
them directed a couple episodes of The Punisher, so I want to see those
Yeah.
episodes.
But also,
Not just the Punisher.
Are any of them from Jersey? That's the real thing. Like she's like, it's not like she's defined by
It's
her
true.
heritage. She's really defined on where she's from in the
It's
comics.
true.
Like you were obviously like her father and her mother are traditional Muslims.
Sure.
She's not though. Like she really is not. She's just coming of age and stuff. But like she's a Jersey person.
Because she's a Jersey person.
Jersey.
Racist.
I don't think she's
a
racist.
Jersey person.
I mean, Jersey people. I mean, not as racist as like Boston people.
That's all relative to me. I mean, that's also like Syracuse people, right? I mean, anywho, yeah.
Okay.
So,
let's knock it off.
The writer is Bisha K. Ali, who wrote Four Weddings and a Funeral, the new one, and Sex Ed. And then they have the directors Adil El Arbi and Bilal Falah from Bad Boys for Life, who are also
Arby's Restaurant,
and also slated to do the Beverly Hills Cop 4, and now this. They're going to be directing.
So Bad Boys for Life and Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Oh.
That doesn't make me excited about this, but keep going.
We haven't even seen Beverly Hills Cop 4, right?
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Needs to happen,
been
doesn't it?
yet, but why?
Why not? Right?
Bad Boys for Life. That's why not, because they made that.
But people wanted to see it, and they made a lot of money, didn't it?
I don't think it made money.
It didn't make any money.
Yeah.
Sharmeen Obayed Shinoy, who won 2 Academy Awards for short documentaries, and also is a Canadian Pakistani civil rights advocate and makes all kinds of movies and does all kinds of awesome stuff. And also Mira Manan, who is the one you were talking about, who has directed her own independent film as well as episodes of Titans, The Walking Dead, Punisher, Glow, Outlander, and The Magicians.
See, she's the one I'm the most curious and hopeful about because she gets the genre. So she's the one I'm particularly like. Okay, let's.
Yeah, but then we have like some, bigger names out there too.
I'm fine with that. I really like that they're doing the show. I hope that they can do it right because the problem with this is it's not like Mike said, it's not about her being Pakistani American. It's really about her character is like this nuanced teenager and like being the teenager with superpowers is really the key to it. But I also don't want it to be like that's so Raven of superhero shows, So,
for me, when I first read the comic, it gave me a very cool vibe of like a modern Spider-Man, like a modern Peter Parker Spider-Man dynamic, where it's like this kid trying to keep track of their life, but also trying to be a superhero. And they're I mean, like they basically get the powers. They want to be their idol already. Like I love Captain Marvel. She's so cool, and has these own different weird powers, and is like then trying to be like, I shouldn't be the next Captain Marvel. I should be myself. And that's how she becomes Miss Marvel. Actually, she actually gets the blessing to use the moniker from Captain Marvel, who the former Miss Marvel.
She doesn't have the same problems as the first Miss Marvel.
Ooh. Like I'm allergic to men. Like what? The fuck?
And somehow men just like rape me in the comics.
And also, I was impregnated by my son.
Yeah.
And then Ultra grew up in a weird zone.
Weird. Not weird
and
at all.
became the guy that was my lover. That's the thing that happened in Captain Marvel comics. But anyway,
70s guys.
Yeah,
it was weird time for
cool.
comics.
For women in general, but yes.
All of history.
Also, the rest of history.
But there's a lot of great storylines in there, and what's great is they're smaller villains, so they should, it's going to be easier to film, but
yeah,
just
it's better
impactful.
for a TV show.
Just impactful though, because it's
but also they're hoping like a lot of these Disney Plus characters are going to end up being translated onto the big screen, maybe in the next Avengers.
Well, and the great thing about Miss Marvel is she's a great jumping off point for other characters. Like she teams up with characters all the time.
Sure.
Wolverine,
And
Thor.
maybe we'll get like a Spider-Man team up. We'll get like a
Spider-Man.
a new Wolverine team up.
She eventually starts her own league of like.
We'll get Zac Efron as Wolverine.
Her own team of young heroes. So like you have just Miles Morales.
X-23 maybe.
X-23 is maybe she'll be around. Who knows when they start doing those kind of things. But yeah, they have Emily's show, the Totally Awesome Hulk, which is another great character.
Mateo's show.
But yeah, so there's a lot of potential here, especially for the new Marvel readers, because a lot of her comics and the comics she was in were jumping off points for new Marvel readers.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
I'm excited.
Well, I'm just excited because they're bulking up the Avengers from within the TV shows, which is good. They have all this room for new characters, and they're doing seemingly a pretty good job. They like just having Florence Pugh pick up the Black Widow moniker, and having possibly having Haley Steinfeld as that's the rumor, having her as a new
Iron Man?
No, Archer person.
Kate Bishop as Hawkeye?
Yeah, Kate Bishop, thank you. And so having her as the new Kate Bishop would be a fun way to imbibe younger characters, where unfortunately a lot of the characters now, like Jeremy Renner, like Robert Downey Jr., they're all like in their 40s, 50s. They're getting up there where they can't really do that stuff anymore.
How many other Avengers do you think dicks are like on the internet right now too? Besides Captain America, obviously.
He put some naughty pictures up.
They were off of WhatsApp too. I'm like, what are you doing on WhatsApp?
Well, Jeremy Renner has had like a terrible, contentious divorce with his ex, and they have accused each other of horrible things, and it's pretty sad. So yeah, let's get some young blood.
Maybe
in
his
there,
picture too.
Yeah.
Maybe a little Hawkeye.
Maybe it's time to ruin some young people's lives. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right, guys.
Guys, speaking of ruining young people's lives, the PS5 had some problems, but they're working on it. But I guess Xbox, who we just talked about last week with the pre-order situation, they're now having the same pre-order situation. They're like, oh, we're going to do this. We can tell you what the date is, and then they're having the same fucking problem. It's great.
Well, and it's because people are frothing at the mouth for these machines.
Yeah, it's been 7 years.
Which, by the way,
7 years.
the shortest cycle of consoles ever. It's usually about 10 years.
So Xbox having issues, but also the PS5 is now kind of vaulted back to the top because their two systems, their digital system is $100 less than the digital system for Xbox.
You mean the Xbox Series S, you mean?
Xbox Series S, correct. And it has better specs because the Xbox Series, the PS5 and the PS5 digital have the same exact specs, except one doesn't have a disc drive. Whereas the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S have different specs. And the Xbox Series S is much worse, where the Xbox Series X is comparable to Triple X. Yeah. It's comparable to the PS5. So now you're paying $100 more for an inferior system. That's what PS5 needed. Now, obviously, they're probably going to lose money. They do this every time, though. Yeah. PlayStation knows what they're doing. Sony knows what they're doing. They know they're going to lose money. But on the back end, when you're buying games, when you're buying the subscriptions, when you're buying all the digital stuff, they make the money back. And so that's why they do it that way. And it's smart. They needed a win, and they kind of threw like a nice right hook to Xbox, like your move on this one. So
I'm funny you say that, Matt, because just all these. You're in the corner of PS5 right now.
I am.
I'm gonna get in the corner of Xbox.
Oh, are you? Ooh.
Because guess what? You're saying all this bullshit about Xbox, but guess who's making money moves right now?
Making money moves.
So I don't know if you heard about this, but Xbox bought ZeniMax Media.
Yeah.
You know what that is? ZeniMax Media. I'll let Katie answer.
It's
Say something really funny. Just go with the
whatever you got.
First thing off the top of your head.
They do we just
okay.
talked about
we're on love here. It's okay.
Yeah. Fallout games.
Yeah.
Fallout games. Bethesda. Thank you.
ZeniMax Media is the parent company Bethesda, the famed
Yeah.
maker of Fallout and also games like Wasteland and things.
Yes.
But they bought that company outright.
And you love Fallout. and
Yeah.
you're a big fan
I'm
of
Fallout
Skyrim.
Boy, yeah.
I'll play both those on PC. So
Dance.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But they
So
also,
we're
I guess,
gonna-
they are allowing the 2 PlayStation exclusives that Bethesda's doing to still come out. They're fine with that. So I'm sure they make a little bit off the top. So
Yeah, and you know what they're
gonna
gonna do? They're gonna slap an Xbox logo on that shit too. If they
Wouldn't doubt that either, to be honest.
like, oh, you want to keep those?
Yeah.
It comes up in your PlayStation, it says
Yeah.
Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a great branding for them. That's an amazing move for them. Plus the fact that now if you for those who aren't checking, they own Bethesda and Obsidian. So for those in the know, Obsidian and Bethesda were the joint makers of the best game in the Fallout series that people are still asking, like screaming for a sequel for today. Fallout New Vegas.
Were you screaming?
Yeah, I played new Fallout New Vegas.
Did you go outside though and scream? Or were you inside the
Fallout
house?
New Vegas 2! New Vegas!
Yeah, just like that.
But I want like a new Seattle. The girls will drink fresh.
New Portland, because that's
Well,
where the
yeah,
anarchists,
that's where the
anarchist
anarchists
district-
are.
district-
So,
Well,
you
so is New
know,
York City.
Yeah.
So that's weird.
where the New York Stock
Like,
Exchange
what?
happens. We're literally the New York Stock Exchange. Like
Like there's not
the
even
money
riots in
system
New York
that
City.
runs our country, like, it comes out of. So, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hey, so if we're talking video games news, I have a titillating
No tits.
a titillating
Are there
idea.
tits? Is there tits involved?
There's some tits involved.
Okay.
Because a retailer in the Czech Republic just came out with some interesting information in their stores about
This is not something like food involved.
tits.
Keep going.
which has also been picked up by the UK and also is being shown.
I watched Check Porn before.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they do like
Good.
that. Yeah.
Good one.
Okay, so anyway, that Mass Effect Trilogy Remastered is coming out on October 15th on all 3 platforms, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One. And that some American stores had come out with some signage for their stores and then were told to take it down
See,
and erase
I
any
love
existence
I
of it.
love the idea of this, but I'm thinking with no news and they're saying October 15th, which is 2.5 weeks away. We're not getting this, unfortunately. I really want this, by the way. I would buy this. And I played all 3 of those games several times.
So if you look back at remasters, they don't always give a lot of fanfare to them. They don't always give a lot of...
you're inside this is going to happen.
There's actually a very strong contingent of people that now think that there's a mid-October release date for the Mass Effect.
Can we get it? I'm getting it. Getting it.
Shepherd.
100%.
Will you let Rex live this time?
That's my favorite.
You're still gonna kill Caden though, aren't you? You're
Yeah,
still
fuck
gonna kill
that guy.
Caden.
Actually, Ashley's very xenophobic, so I might kill her this time.
Fuck you.
Super xenophobic.
And then you could have that
Yeah,
gay.
she's kind of a bitch.
Then you could have that gay romance with Caden in
Yeah.
Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
He's hot
Yes.
though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that voice actor too. Great.
I'm gonna have one with.
I also love that they're like he's straight and then Mass Effect they're like if you let him let this. Just fuck him. Go ahead. Go ahead, fuck him. The world's
He's
ending.
like, thanks for letting me live. Here's my
Yeah,
butt.
Exactly. Also, Seth Green, you guys.
Also,
Joker.
Seth Green
Yeah.
as the
Joker.
Joker.
Yeah.
Great.
Not the Joker, just Joker.
He's like,
Whoa, Shepherd.
imagine a
Weird.
world where Seth
Oh,
Green had
weird.
played the Joker.
Yeah.
I'm
Weird.
saying.
Hey guys, I'm the Joker, man.
He'd be more like the Riddler, really, I feel like.
Yeah, or
I bet he has a
Shane.
robot chicken.
or
though.
Shane.
Or Shane. So I have
I only have one thing left.
a bunch of stuff
I
left.
have-
So
2 more things. Left.
guys, it's a very timely and a good idea by Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog, the makers of the Last of Us series, also the Uncharted series, 2 games I played very recently actually. So what you may consider a timely change, Outbreak Day,
Which is
which is
September
September
26th.
26th. Has been changed to the Last of Us Day in honor, not in honor, but in
Because Outbreak seems kind of goes with like not well.
a little off
pandemic.
color
Yeah.
in a pandemic. They're still doing it though, so I'm not sure what they're doing yet.
I don't know what they're doing.
Some DLC.
I'm
maybe,
excited.
huh?
I'm excited for it.
Like where it's just you just play as Ellie crying into like a fucking
Yeah.
bowl of cereal. It's like,
She's tending to her wounds the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh, I got stabbed in
I
this
gotta
place.
sew
In this place.
up.
I shouldn't be alive from
It's
that
an
one.
operation.
I definitely should have died from
Yeah,
this. I
definitely should have died from that last one.
did.
Like that's all vital organs, just vital organs. There's nothing there that you can't miss.
There's like no way you can. Yeah, there's no way you're not hitting a liver.
And then you're like alive for like hours after that without getting attended to. So
and fighting
fucked
people.
up.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
But you guys, what I learned is you only need to assemble like 5 things together, and then you can heal yourself really quickly.
Now you know. Now you know.
Yeah.
I thought you get shot with a bullet, just like nope, wrapped up, I'm good.
It was the other arm. It was your lung. No, I'm fine.
I can't tell you how many times I heard. I'm going
fucking. Get him, boy! Dookie boy! Fucking dogs! Fucking dogs! They killed Gale! Gale's dead!
Getting the dogs
Yeah,
all
see?
riled up. Yeah.
You know, Gale's dead!
Yeah.
They killed Gale!
like, fuck you, man. I'm trying to fix mom.
They killed my puppers!
Yeah.
They killed him! Mr. Tinkles!
Okay.
Mr. Tinkles!
Yeah, exactly.
Tell him.
Louie!
He's like, I hate that game because
They killed Louie! Imagine he was one of the attack dogs as a pug jack.
Oh, it's doing no damage. It's doing no damage though. I guess keep biting me or
Keep
something.
shooting away. Like,
Stop.
stop.
Stop. You're being really annoying.
That's annoying. I can't aim anything because I'm annoyed.
Like, okay, I guess they found me.
Yeah.
Woof.
Thanks.
I can't hear him.
Yeah.
His bark's so weak.
And so they just keep walking into the room and you shoot one of them next and walk to the room and you shoot that guy.
I like how classy Naughty Dog is on
Why?
this point though. I like how classy they are that they're switching to Last of Us Day.
I mean-
I hope they give us at least something, little something.
Little something.
Because we're not gonna get another game for like 10 years out of this. Probably on PlayStation 6.
What if like a fully detailed picture of just like Joel's nutsack?
I thought you were gonna say Ellie's boobs, but I guess I take Joel's nutsack.
What is it?
If it's like a high definition PlayStation 5,
Yeah.
like okay.
Like with like little hairs on them and stuff, you're like, oh wow, that's like a lot going on there.
Okay.
He's a grower or shower.
I think he's a completely
Answer
shower.
that now.
Like it's just like
It's like a big floppy dong.
like 8 inches flaccid type
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. You know what we're talking about. So you're like, I hate these guys.
You're like the deciding vote because I think he's a grower. I honestly think he's a grower.
I said grower too,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she's not designing vote.
No,
I
he's a
said
shower.
shower. He's a
Yeah,
shower.
He's a shower.
Oh, God. Joel.
Think about it. Think about his big floppy dick and like the little kind of like gray hairs from his pubes and stuff.
That's like a salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper, yeah.
It's not her pubes, and they're also obviously natural. He's not doing anything with that.
No.
It's like
Especially in
very
like end times, like post-apocalyptic.
bushy.
This is probably the best thing we've ever done is this debate.
You're welcome.
Well, I think that Joel hates himself for the rest of his life.
I'm gonna go with him.
But I also think that he like just fucking balls to the wall, runs into every situation like he's just gonna own
Big
it.
ass dick.
Big
So
floppy donkey dick.
I
It's trying to do
think
that with the shower though, because like your dick's just flopping all over the place. It's making noise when you're trying to sneak. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, it's like, and you're like,
it's like a meaty flap. You know, it's just hard.
yeah, like it like your aim is off because of
Yeah,
your
like,
dick.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
like,
waist-
like,
the weight
yeah.
of your drive is different.
The sway, like, oh no, so it gets stuck on one
Yeah.
side.
I have a fear bone.
I gotta
I
fix
have a
it.
complete fear bone.
I gotta
now.
fix this. It's on one.
Yeah.
Rips his neck.
He's gotta fix his fear boner a lot.
Rips
Yeah,
his
yeah.
throat out. He just dies.
Also, if he has like a bigger dick, there's like more smell, and then I feel like maybe the zombies.
Yeah,
like,
He probably has a
smell the
murder
smell.
boner too.
100%.
Yeah.
If anybody has a murder boner in this game, it's probably.
That's why he's a shower and a grower, because he's
and a
always
grower.
hard,
He's
because he's
both.
got a murder
He's
boner.
both.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we solved this. Okay,
Right.
solved.
Fair
Cool.
enough.
Okay, so let's talk about the Emmys, guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Unless you don't want to talk about the Emmys.
Sure.
She's like, I got something else.
No, it's fine.
I mean,
Let's
this
talk
game.
about
This
it.
is. I still have one other thing after the same way, so we can keep that.
We all have one more thing after this.
Well, there
This
you
is
go.
probably the same thing.
Guys, the Emmys was awesome though. Like fucking.
I have two
The
things.
Watchmen cleaned up.
Get it. I'll get it.
The Watchmen cleaned up, guys,
That's right.
including Regina King.
I don't give a
Including her
shit
fifth
about
Yahya
award
Abdul-Mateen.
ceremonies.
This is her fifth Emmy,
I
fourth
don't-
Emmy, fifth Emmy.
Fourth.
Okay.
I don't give a shit about
Yahya Abdul-Mateen also
Good.
won as Dr. Manhattan.
I give shit because they deserve some awards.
Yeah.
They got some.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Damon Lindelof got one for best rating. Zendaya won her first
Yep.
Emmy.
She's the youngest person to win
the
Best
youngest
Actress.
person to win Best Actress in a
Yeah.
Drama Series.
Yeah.
Euphoria, guys. If you have HBO, watch
I
it.
watch it. It's really, it's
It's probably
troubling and
yeah.
good.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's poignant.
I
Like
like
it's
it,
like
yeah.
this coming of age story. It's great. But yeah, she's the youngest person to ever receive the award. John Oliver won again. Yeah,
Yes, you
Oliver.
should. Well, he's really taken that seat of Jon Stewart's
whenever.
Emmy seat. Like he's gonna keep getting that because he deserves it. He keeps putting out this great content that he really like works on. You know, I love Trevor Noah, but the stuff that John Oliver's doing is like game changing, and you'd hope it would change people's minds, and I don't think it is, but.
Hey, I told you how Judd Apatow went on a morning like talk show and was like, listen, we make a ton of money off of China and they're basically paying for us to not give a shit about what they're doing to Muslims in their country. And he was like, and guess what? I heard about that from John Oliver. Yeah. And now I really give a shit about it. And I was like, whoa.
The Moogers? What are they? The murderers?
No.
Uyghurs.
The Uyghurs. Yes, the Uyghurs.
Yes.
I was
getting mixed up with the Mughal Empire of India.
Yes.
The Mughals, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
The
Uyghurs. And that stuff is like stuff we wouldn't know about.
I think the full name is the Bob Euchers, though.
The Bob Euchers.
Bob Euchre.
You're
right. So, yes. Sure.
And also Judd Apatow.
Also, now we're going to watch Schitt's Creek, which is nice, finally.
What do you mean?
Because Schitt's Creek won a bunch of Emmys, and James was like, we should watch Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
good!
Yay!
Oh
my God, I love
I've been saying this for fucking years. We should watch this. Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara is a fucking treasure, but also Eugene Levy's of course amazing. But then also you get to meet Daniel Levy, and you're like, I didn't know I needed this person in my life, and he's here now.
What?
He feels like he's part like a guy you've known forever. Yeah. Like he just does.
And so I've been like telling him we should watch this.
Human being.
Just because Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy, and then she's like, I don't know, and then now she's like, we should watch this. I'm like, what a great idea, my love.
Yeah.
Wow, you had that idea.
That's a year-long game.
This is like when she was like, let's name the kid Connor. I was like,
did you accept that? I remember Logan was one of the names though, and we were talking about the other day. Logan would have been the worst name for Connor because he's not a Logan.
Oh no, he's a very small, fragile flower.
He's not a Logan at all.
He's like a.
I also knew a lady whose daughter was gonna name her daughter Logan, and I was like,
I mean, sure, right?
Sure. We won't get into name jokes.
I think Susan. Susan would be a great name.
Susan's a great name.
Because in my time it's a man's name.
Susan.
I know that in your time it's a woman's name, but in my time it's a man.
I like Susan.
That's Seth Rogen.
Yeah. You guys, David Barber. David Barber. David Barber down the street. David Harbour.
The disciple from WCW?
Teased a little bit of where they're going for season 4 of Stranger Things. He was like, hey, we pushed it off, but guess what?
China.
Guess what? He was like, you guys, Hopper is like Gandalf the Grey who becomes Gandalf the White because he couldn't continue where he was. Just like this downward spiral of taking on just the fucking weight of everything that had happened in this town in the past year and a half, you know? He was like, he's gonna really change and evolve and become a new person for season 4.
What?
Wow. So he's alive then? Spoiler.
You think his punches will glow?
No, I mean they pretty much confirmed that the Russians
We're talking about Stranger Things. Okay, sure. I'm all up for it.
Obviously, they had to push off production and release, so it's gonna be some time before we see
the
something.
kids are like 25 years old now.
Yeah, seriously.
Really
so they're gonna give us some stuff. That's how it works.
By the way, season 3, I'm sitting on that side just so I can push Sai over there.
Yeah.
Speaking of seasons and also the Emmys.
Oh no.
Mandalorian season 3 and 4 were just teased by Giancarlo Esposito. He's already.
Let's see if you have as much stuff as I have.
Yeah.
So this was during the Emmy pre-show. He was laying the groundwork for it. They said they're laying the groundwork for the breath.
No, you didn't say we're the friend of the podcast, Giancarlo.
Yeah, friend of Miguel Terraz.
We met.
You guys met. You guys had like a conversation, I think, right?
Yeah, he picked up a thing and I said thanks.
And then, like, you guys are best friends now, right? You guys have TikToks together?
Yeah.
I had a dream once where we were hanging out. So it's kind of.
Was the sex dream, though?
Oh my God, of course it was a sex dream. Look at that man. He's fucking gorgeous.
He's like, now I'm going to do you. And you're like, okay. He said the next season, The Mandalorian, is going to be very interesting because you're going to start to find out the power of the child. What the child really means. I should have done this as an accent, I'm sorry. You start to uncover the origins of the Darksaber that Moff Gideon has, and how this plays into previous Star Wars history connected to the Clone Wars and other shows. You start to get a real dramatic sense of the territory. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Sign me up
Let's
for all
do
that
it.
shit.
I'm excited for the Darksaber a lot.
Yeah.
And
And,
delicious. They were delicious, by the way.
They were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Potato sticks.
I'm really excited. I still am sure that Sasha
Good
Banks
soup.
is Sabine Wren. And
As a Jedi.
I'm very okay
She's
with
gotta
it.
be a Jedi.
Yes, which is okay because she
Fine.
was force sensitive in
Okay.
the
She's
show.
gotta be both.
And she was kind of learning, and she was actually wielded the Darksaber at one point too. So I'm cool with that. But I hope they don't just be like, here she is, and then she goes away or something. I hope they give her something to do.
You know, we probably could check how many episodes she's on.
Oh, we
I
could.
wonder if they have that on
And I mean, they brought back Kara.
Danvers.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Cara Dune.
Yeah.
Peter Dune.
Peter Dune.
Cara Dune.
Yeah, it is Cara Dune.
Yeah, it is.
Peter Dune, by the way.
I miss Peter Dune. He's still
Oh yeah, he
He's
got
in
into
the
a
tournament.
ton of shape during COVID. He used his time
I mean,
well.
he was a sexy boy before that. So.
Well, oh, I know. Well, so yeah, he's gonna be fighting some peeps. Did you watch it? NXT
Sasha Banks
UK?
is-
I
It's
just want to see
bad.
breaking fingers.
Sasha Banks is in 8 episodes.
There you go. So
So she's got a big arc.
Yeah,
That's a real big arc.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
That's
Do
a
you-
big
I
arc.
hope at
do you
least
think she's like?
She's in
I'm
almost.
gonna get it done. like a
Giancarlo
boss.
Esposito's in 10
Legit.
episodes. So she's
Legit.
in 8 of those 10 episodes.
Do you think she's going to give Giancarlo Esposito the bank statement?
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope so.
I'm just gonna go.
That was 1 for your Sasha Banks and 2 for your.
I wish we would have got a Sasha Banks shirt now between us. Damn it.
I wear it. Boss time!
It's boss time!
Actually, I probably could wear that because I am a boss.
Is that what do you call yourself that?
I tell people to give me boss.
boss. Like a boss.
No, I call myself El Jefe because I work.
Yeah.
Hello, it's El Jefe.
Because most
Also,
people think I speak
Does
Spanish.
Giancarlo Esposito have any personal time anymore? Because he's doing everything.
You know what? Because he's good at everything.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
I mean, I'm cool with it. Love and Powers. I just
Well,
Look
and
at
I feel
Powers,
like-
he's so good. It's so like
voice.
Sharto Copley.
voice.
He
Empowers.
plays Sharto Copley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, I'm Sharto Copley.
I feel like he is a big
you
enough
a
name
prawn?
that he's basically like, guess what? You get 2 weeks of my time. Make that 2 weeks worthwhile,
Billy
because then
Collins.
I've got the next thing.
I believe that
I'm
100%.
looking
Like
at.
he's just like, what can you do with
Yeah.
me right now? Let's do
Yeah.
Also, give me a billion.
Yeah.
Give me Texas with the dollar sign,
it.
please.
Like he just did a video game too. He was just in Far Cry 6.
Yeah, it was. Yes. I'm
So,
all about
I
that
mean,
trailer. That trailer looked great.
Yeah.
The dad that no one wants.
Yeah.
The worst dad.
I'm your father. Oh fuck.
No, I'm good.
Good. Everyone's gonna hate your guts. Yeah, because you're my dad, dude. You're like a weird dictator killer guy.
That kid's basically Kim Jong Un. That's
Yeah.
fine.
You get to play as Kim Jong Un as the protagonist. That's Far Cry though. That's how it makes.
Mm,
That's
Far
makes
Cry's
sense.
Far Cry's super weird.
Like, oh, one of the endings of this game is I have sex with a woman and then she murders me. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Sexist.
No, she wins.
Yeah, I mean that's not sexist at all. Right?
She murders him.
She murders
He
him.
loses.
Oh, is he a bad
Female
guy?
power.
Or
No.
I mean,
Well, everybody's kind of a. There's no good guy.
morally gray.
Right?
Morally gray. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Super morally
So
great.
she just gets hers. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
But then also kills him.
Like a
Black
praying
Widow
mantis.
style. Yeah.
Black Widow.
That's all I have, by the way. But yeah.
It's not all you have because we haven't talked about
No, that's all I have.
WandaVision.
You can talk about
We
it.
Oh my
haven't talked
God.
about WandaVision.
Why did I not have that on
We
here?
gotta talk about
Okay, what did you guys think about the show?
WandaVision.
Please tell me.
This
Please
is
tell me.
weird and
I
lovely.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
I fucking love that.
I was
trailer.
ready for it before we saw it, when we knew what it was
killed
going to be. But
I
yeah,
was so
it was,
I was so hesitant. At
One
first.
thing-
Like, what are they gonna do
As
with
soon
it?
as I saw Catherine Hahn,
Catherine
I
Hahn.
love Catherine Hahn. So I was like, oh,
And
I'm in.
Catherine Hahn
Let's
maybe
do
playing an
this.
iconic
Let's
character.
do-
Do you know
yes.
this? Agatha Harkness,
Mhm.
who is the mentor of Wanda Maximoff.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, there is a Easter egg that possibly confirms this is House of M. It's when they're pouring the wine bottle in French says House of M on it, which I thought was interesting. And makes sense because literally that's what everyone thinks this is. It's like Wanda basically making a whirl up in her brain.
Yeah.
And like how she's
I'm
handling business guy.
100% sure that this is what this is. Something like this, at least.
I
I feel like it's something between that and like a Truman Show type thing, where she's in like something where they're
A
trying to keep her
controlled, yeah,
satiated
exactly.
because they know that she can kill everyone.
Well, what I hope too is that this leads to like some of the new characters and maybe even like a reboot of some of
Sure.
the old characters. Like That stuff happens in DC all the time, and it has happened in the Marvel universe.
They can even show how Vision gets back in the world.
Yeah,
if you will.
exactly. We can accept people back into the world, and we can also like reboot, like, oh, look, Captain America's different now.
Because really, all Vision is a fucking AI, which they could.
Look at Zac Efron's playing
somewhere.
Iron Man now. Like, hey, I'm Iron Man, guys. What's up? Yeah, I'm Tony Stark. Look at my mustache.
Everyone knows it's gonna be Logan, so let's calm down.
Look, I'm really
Unless
short.
it's Dana Radcliffe.
Yeah, but Paul
It's Dana
Bettany
Radcliffe.
will always
It's gonna be
Vision.
someone really tall. It should be
Hello,
Dana
it's
Radcliffe.
me. Oh, I have.
That's right, Bob.
Let's go, Bob. Let's go, Bob.
Go to the pub and be Bobs.
This is my American accent. It's not that
He's
bad.
done American accents before.
And they were great. It sounded like
In
this.
Horns, and it was really weird.
Horns,
and
Horns
that
is
movie
great though.
is
Horns is
weird.
great though. Horns is great.
No.
We should watch Horns.
Oh God,
we should watch
should.
Horns. Oh my
It's
god.
so bad.
Horns
Why
was
you
great.
pick a movie
Yeah.
this week?
Yeah,
It's
pick
so
Horns.
good. Horror
We're gonna pick
film.
Horns.
She already picked it. She's like, you guys do a horror film. Like,
Oh wow.
I'll never
I
even
didn't say that. It's
I
not
gotta-
collusion.
listen,
It's not.
It's collusion.
Listen, Mateo November. That's what we're doing. Okay, I can pick all the movies
Mateo
in November.
Vember?
So it's Katie's top, Mateo bottom. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, no, that's not.
Somebody farted. I'm not sure if the dog. Or...
It's definitely the
Definitely
dog.
the dog. They're the worst. They're dying on the inside.
Like, it wasn't me. That's all I know. I'm not gonna judge you guys, but that's no.
I'm excited about this WandaVision trailer.
It
Disney,
looks so cool.
Disney Plus has done their trailers perfectly.
Mm.
Like, it's just enough.
And it's almost like they have unlimited amounts of money.
But
Yeah.
but
And
like
they own everything.
but
Yeah.
we've seen companies
Babe,
New
trailers
Line,
have
like
been
other companies
trailers
just
have
either
been
put too
overshared
much
for
in the
years.
trailers
No, this
or
is.
put
I agree.
so little that it's
I
like
agree.
crap.
I agree.
There's actually a great
Agree.
a great YouTube series called Disney Owns You, and it's like these people doing like a funny thing on like Disney owns ESPN like they tell me like you need to have like more Mickey on the court to show you, and it's I recommend it if you get a chance. It's a dumb little thing, dumb little comedy.
Disney will own us all one day.
Yeah, and it's just like Disney owns ABC, Disney owns this, and like just a bunch of shit they own and talking about it. But yeah, that WandaVision trailer was fucking amazing.
We're excited, you
Oof.
guys.
The
Weird,
music
Let's
was
good.
do
perfect.
it.
Like, you know there's something wrong in this world.
Yeah.
Hey,
This-
and you guys, plus side.
And Paul Bettany just killing it. Everybody killing it in the trailer.
Plus side, and now I can't think of it, and I feel really silly. The movie, that
Uh,
Jordan Peele directed that's coming out
Get Out?
next month.
Get out too.
No,
Candyman. Get out
Candyman
free.
is coming out next month. It is. It's still releasing this month.
Where,
I
though?
don't
Not
know.
in Syracuse, because fucking none of our movie theaters are open.
Okay, but maybe it'll be
I'm
streaming.
dying.
We'll drive to
Find it.
Pennsylvania, guys. We'll drive to
I'm dying.
Pennsylvania.
I would
watch the
drive to
movie.
Pennsylvania.
I
for
would have
that.
watched the movie in Pennsylvania if I knew. I would have watched Tenet there if I knew that there was no Tenet in fucking Syracuse. I was like, oh, I'll just went to Syracuse to get it. Cause
Wait, okay, I bet we can go
Should've
and
done
watch
the movies,
Tenet
too, while
and
you're down
then Candyman. We'll do like a
You
two
should have done the movies while you're down there.
yeah, that's what
Movies.
literally what I just said, dude.
No, you should have done the movies while you're down there.
movies.
Movies, yeah, you have to like make a reservation and shit. So, I actually told him, I'm like, so he's like, yeah, I got a thing to movie, go to movies.
Our
And I'm
friend Dan Buckley,
like,
friend of the podcast.
our former historian.
Well, also we have to figure out a time that we're all gonna watch.
He's not still our historian?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's nobody or
Did he
spiders.
retire? Did he retire?
Or possibly spiders. Yeah.
We gotta find
Or
a time, you
bees.
guys, that we can all get together and watch either
I had someone calling the work the other day for
Raw
bees, which was
Underground
like,
or a SmackDown together, where we like sign up and then we can be on the screens together and
I
watch
wanna
the
do
show.
I want to be in Raw Underground.
Yeah,
together.
let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's just go to Raw Underground. And see
Let's
what we
just
do.
go to
There's a
let's
great-
just go to Florida,
when-
right?
I'll let
That's
Baba
fine.
Fini beat me up. I'm fine with it.
When Roman Reigns speared Sheamus through the barricade, there's a guy like looking at them, and it was like it's got that 7 to 10 second delay.
Yeah.
So the guy's like looking at him, and he's gonna go.
And then gets him right underneath the screen. He's like, shit! Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's me.
Great.
And also that happened.
I love that Thunderdome was definitely predicted in like old movie, like 80s movies, and you're like, oh, it's now.
Oh, you guys, so can we just talk about that Dominic DiGiacomic is now T-Bar.
T-bar.
Which makes sense.
He's not slapjack though.
He's not
He
Slapjack.
should have been slapped.
That's Shane Thorne. Like nobody likes Shane Thorne, right? Like, cause
No one.
lies.
No
Why?
one likes him. His name is
Slapjack.
Slap.
Slapjack.
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 What
I'm
the-
Slapjack.
No. But he
My
had-
grandma makes the
Also,
best
They didn't
slapjack.
even bother to give names to the women, though.
No,
What the
I
fuck's
know,
up with
because they
that?
didn't get to fight yet, so...
But also, he had to agree to that name. He'd be
Yeah.
like, "Yep, slapjack." That's
No,
a
no,
good
yeah,
name.
but when Vince gives you a name, you just take it.
No, but
Like Shane Thorne's like, you're
Yeah,
beautifully
especially when you're
unemployed
Shane
or be
Thorne,
Slapjack.
exactly,
He's like,
yeah.
Slapjack.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
I
slap.
need
He's
money.
like, but I love my fur thing I had. He's like, nope, don't get that.
Slapjack.
No,
Slapjack.
you're
Yeah.
It's like
Slapjack.
you get 50 Shades of Bane going on.
Yeah, you like, look, I'm Bane. I'm Bane too. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I didn't know that was Dio Madden. Like, he looks exactly like Dio
Well,
Madden,
they-
but with that mask on.
They couldn't bring up Dominic Dijakovic as Dominic because Dominic was already Dominic.
yeah.
He would have been the second best Dominic on on Raw. So
You're talking, wait,
Your eyes.
you're talking about Christopher James.
they could have called him
D-Jack.
Big Chris
Yeah.
D-Jack.
Yeah.
Big Chris D-Jack.
D-Jack.
Or just D-Jack. Call him D-Jack. I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. But
No,
not
D-Jack
T-Bar.
Slapjack.
T-bar. It makes sense if you think about it.
And Mace,
T-bar. You know,
he's
like,
like,
Sure.
that bar and like
know
T.
what
Yeah.
It's a T. You know.
Yeah.
It's like the
I'm saying- I was waiting for P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Like P. Diddy or like Puff Daddy. Like,
Yeah.
P. Diddy can be Mia Yim's character.
There you go.
Mia's just like, I'm glad I get to be with my boyfriend, but also...
Yeah.
But also, like, is this because there's a rumor that they're going to be one of the big main events at Survivor
Yeah,
Series?
seriously.
So it's
So
going to be mixed tag team.
okay, so
Is
no,
this
listen.
two
We were
women?
saying how good writing would be. They showed Bianca Belair working out in the back room, like she joins the Hurt
Her business.
business,
Fuck yeah.
and like because she is the Hurt business,
Oh,
which
sure.
also
Yeah.
is a
She's a
line
fucking murder
we
person.
came up with. But yeah, she is the fucking Hurt business,
Murder
and she
person,
would
yeah.
take them out. But they'll never do that because there's
They won't.
no good creativity at all.
I mean, I like what they're doing with her business, but
Sure.
they won't put a... They're like,
And
"Don't
it's like
freak
all
out."
these black people. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Which one of them's me?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh Jesus Christ. I still could be
a
Bobby,
woman,
right?
a woman.
I can still be Bobby, right? That's cool. Is she wearing enough makeup?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that, by the way? Like, oh no.
Okay, yeah, and then we have to talk about.
But this is for our next. This is the
Yeah.
Denim
Even
podcast.
wrestling,
Yeah.
we should stop.
But also, we need to talk about how
I
they're
mean,
beating
if you
up
want.
pedophiles in NXT because that's my favorite. This is my
We don't have
favorite
to talk about it.
storyline.
It's perfect.
It's amazing. It's amazing. and I want-
Kushida should be.
Yeah,
playing
no,
the
seriously, keep
Kimura's-
pushing him. Also, but I did love
Kimura the
when
shit out of
he
those
when he
people.
beat the crap out of Velveteen Dream when he just came out and started wailing on him.
Yeah.
He was still wearing. It was a dress done